An Anderson County road was closed for hours after a semi-driver hit a tree, sending metal flying.
We are learning more this morning about a murder-suicide in Hardin County. Hear reaction from a family friend.
Clouds rolling into the Bluegrass State. Scattered thunderstorms not too far behind. We'll put a track on those just ahead.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Jennifer Palumbo reporting. The cleanup continues after an overnight semi-crash in central Kentucky.
It happened around midnight on Grafenberg Road, just north of Lawrenceburg. Police say a semi ran off the road and hit a tree, knocking the engine out of the truck. WKYT's Victor Puente is in Anderson County with a look at the damage.
The people who called 911 tell me the driver was stuck in that truck. They say the cab had been crushed by the metal he was carrying.
I thought it was thunder. I didn't know what it was.
I just heard a big bang.
That sound alerted neighbors who ran to help the driver pinned in his cab.
This truck don't look like a truck when he got through. He hit it so hard, knocked the motor out of the truck.
We could hear him moaning in there, and we got to hollering at him, and he got to answer his back because you barely could see him.
State police say it happened around midnight when that driver hauling aluminum went off the road and hit this tree so hard it threw the engine from the truck. Police say the driver was flown to UK hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The cab of that truck was destroyed in the crash.
I didn't think he'd live through it because he was pinned in there. It took him a while to cut him out of it and pull him out of it.
Police say the metal he was hauling shot forward when he hit the tree, coming out of the trailer into the back of the cab. It also spread across the yard. Hughes says it's only been a couple of years since this home was hit by a semi, so this close call has him asking local officials to consider guardrails.
I think another 10 or 11 days, it'd be 2 years exactly.
That tree wasn't there. These houses would have been gone.
A representative for the EPA is out here. He said they're going to have to dig up a lot of the ground beneath where that truck was because of all the fluids that were spilled during that crash. In Anderson County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
State police have not released the name of the driver, so we don't know his condition, but neighbors say he was talking to paramedics when he was taken to the hospital. Well, it is another beautiful day in the Bluegrass. So nice outside.
We're on a roll right now. So if you have any activities planned outside, get them done tonight, maybe tomorrow, because big changes on the way for this weekend. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. Hey, Chris.
Hey, guys, starting to get in on some of those changes right now. And if you're a fan of some warmer air that has a little humidity with it, you will like that part of the change. But it's the thunderstorm threat that may disrupt some weekend plans. Show you where the warmer air is coming from. The south. Look at London, back over toward sections of Bowling Green, upper 70s, even a couple of low 80s. Yet across the northern part of Kentucky, still upper 60s into Covington, low and mid 60s, 59 here in the northern parts of Ohio. That warm air continues to pull its way on in slowly but surely from the west and southwest. Nothing locally on Live First Alert Defender. We'll look at our live sky cam, seeing a hint of some clouds now showing up in all 4 locations. Here's the view showing up across the Lexington area, where we have a little more in the way of some overcast conditions, some milky sun that was producing a nice little halo around the sun a little earlier this afternoon. We'll show you more on that coming up at 5 o'clock. But our live sky cam again showing some of those clouds that are increasing from the west. You can see those. Not producing a whole lot of precipitation, so as we go into the day tomorrow, things appear to be in decent shape. It's just an isolated storm threat tomorrow, but the muggy air returns. That's the real highlight of the forecast as temperatures steaming up a little bit, and I will track those scattered thunderstorms toward the weekend for those outdoor activities coming up in less than 10 minutes.
New details are coming out about a murder-suicide that left an 11-year-old Hardin County girl and her father dead. A close family friend says the girl was on the phone with her mother when the girl was shot and killed by her dad. State police say the girl and her father, John Jonas, were found dead outside their home in Vine Grove. Jonas was an Army lieutenant colonel at Fort Knox. The family friend says the girl's mother is devastated.
Found her last night, curled up in the bed, having touched his clothes. As that's all she unfortunately has left of her child.
The friend says the girl was caught in the middle of a custody battle. Police have not yet released a motive for the shooting. So far this year, there have been 6 Kentucky State Police involved shootings. Last year, on average, there was almost one a month. Lately, there's been a spotlight on officer-involved shootings across the nation. So our investigative team went to the Department of Criminal Justice Training Center in Richmond to train with officers. Virtual scenarios were presented, and our team was expected to react appropriately to situations they knew little about, much like the daily lives of police officers.
People say, well, why did the officer shoot 3, 4 times? Is he still a threat at that point? Obviously, even with him being injured, where's that gun pointing? It's still pointing at you.
Sam is at the live desk with our investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on the story she's working on for WKYT News at 6. Sam?
Thank you, Jennifer. I'm seeing this for the first time. Very, very interesting. So they let you go through some of these virtual scenarios.
Yeah, as you see there, they give you a gun with a laser on it, and that laser matches up with the video. And then you're given this very short description of what you're about to get into. And, you know, it's a lot like what we hear on the scanner, you know, a domestic at a home or maybe a burglar alarm drop. So that's all you know. And then you're thrown into this scenario, which feels surprisingly very real. And you have to decide whether or not to use deadly force.
Which has been, of course, a hot topic nationally with police officers and suspects.
And they talk about how an officer's actions have to be justified to everyone, or their inactions at that. And it's interesting because they even have an attorney that will sit in with them, with the recruits, to watch and then analyze what they did. But the recruit always has to explain what they did and why they did it. And even some of there's so many scenarios that they can go through. But one of them, you know, you're so distracted by the gunman that you don't realize there's 3 other people on the ground that have either been shot or asleep, or you just don't know. So it goes through a lot about, you know, officers having to be so aware of their surroundings in a very split-second amount of time.
So the biggest surprise in what you did here?
You don't have time to think. I mean, there has to be so much training that goes into this where it just becomes habitual in your reaction to it and how to react to it. But it was fascinating. It was frightening and nerve-wracking and fun. So,
well, our news director just said it's very compelling. I haven't seen the full story, so I'm looking forward to it.
If he says that, then it is, right?
That's right. Robert Thomas, his word goes far here in the newsroom.
Sure.
All right, much more to come tonight at 6. Be sure and watch it with Miranda coming up. Jennifer?
Thank you, Sam. A Kentucky State Police trooper is getting a lot of national attention after his good deed made its way to social media. Caitlin Stark says she overheard a conversation between a stranded driver and the trooper. The driver, who had 2 children in her car, had run out of gas and didn't have any money. So Stark says the trooper bought the woman's gas and even pumped it for her. That Facebook post has since gotten thousands of shares and hundreds of comments.